Ahora se me tendría que escuchar a mí. ¿Se está escuchando el juego ahora? Porque llevo como 5 minutos hablando a la nada, entonces. Se me escucha muy alto. El juego no, vale, espera un momento. A ver cómo lo hago para que se escuche el juego. Vamos a probarlo ahora, un momentito. Dime si se escucha. Te has pedido la introducción, pero bueno. ¿Se escucha ahora? La introducción básicamente es que cada... Vale. La introducción es eso, que cada X tiempo salen unos señores desde debajo de la tierra porque un dios antiguo... Bueno, no es un dios antiguo, es un dios tevinterano. Les dice que es hora de... Vale, a ver, os cuento el lore del asunto. Antes habían dioses élficos y también había unos de un imperio muy grande que era Tevinter. Tevinter es el imperio romano de Dragon Age, de mientras estoy haciendo el personaje. ¿Qué pasa? Que Tevinter arrasó todo, porque obviamente es el imperio romano. Raza, persona, guerrero, trasfondo noble.
Greetings.
Entonces, unos señores quisieron llegar a la ciudad dorada, que es donde están los dioses, digamos. O donde tiene que estar el hacedor, que es el dios máximo de la fe cristiana de este juego. Y la jodieron mucho. La jodieron tanto que se transformaron en zombies, básicamente. Unos bichos muy feos que viven debajo de tierra. Y cuando te muerden, te contagian la ruina. Y te vuelves... Bueno, ya lo veréis lo que te vuelves. Los engenos tenebrosos. Una vez hecho esto... A ver... El hacedor dijo, pues ¿sabéis qué? Que os den por culo a todos y yo me voy de aquí. Y la ciudad dorada, que es donde vivía él, se volvió la ciudad negra, por ejemplo. No sé cómo se llamaba en verdad, creo que era la ciudad oscura, algo así. Y hay unos... Y claro, estos bichos los manda un archidemonio, que un archidemonio no es otra cosa que un dragón. Un dragón muy grande y con mucha mala leche. Y solamente puede matarlo pueden matarlo los guardias grises. De hecho, en la primera ruina creo que duró 40 años, si no me equivoco, o más. Y fue lo peor de todo. Hasta que un pavo decidió probar, más que decir, en beberse la sangre de los engenos tenebrosos. Dijo, bueno, si me bebo la sangre a lo mejor los puedo matar. Y contra todo pronóstico, sí, los mató. El problema, que también escuchan la llamada es cuando los llama el dragón ese. Y se tienen que ir debajo tierra a morirse. A Edan Kouslan nunca le he llamado a Edan, siempre he llamado nombres. Así está bien. Ojos, color de ojos. Así está bien. Bueno, vas tirando, ¿eh? Perfecto. De hecho, tú ya sabías el trasfondo del primer Dragon Age, o sea, la historia de base. Paquito Cuslan, espérate. Paquito Cuslan. No lo valía ni nada el Paquito. Vale, voy a ir a 2 manos, o sea que... Magia no la quiero realmente. ¿No puedo bajar más? Bueno, magia no la quiero, pero... Espérate, ¿eh? Coerción, a ver. ¿Dónde estaba? Entrando en combate mejorado. Vale. Coerción es muy importante en este juego porque te deja hacer cosas muy chulas. A ver, 2 armas. Vale, 17 de destreza. De momento vamos a pasivas. Después ya lo subimos. A ver, yo también tengo lagunas. Lo que pasa es que me metí mucho lore de este juego. De hecho, esto no lo quiero para nada. Eso es de pussies. Ay, no. Quiero esto. Y es... Espérate. Esto y esto. De hecho, si no me equivoco, los guardias grises son de Nevarra. Que Nevarra hace frontera... Normal. En pesadilla no me lo pongo ni harto vino. Hace frontera entre The Winter y Orlais, que son los 2 imperios grandes de ahora. Y esperemos que no se cuelgue, porque cada vez que carga este puto juego se empieza a colgar. Ya tiene 10 añazos el juego.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, but we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pap, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Espera un momento, porque voy a poner... Yo al menos no estoy viendo los subtítulos, ¿eh? Bueno, básicamente lo que dice aquí es que, bueno, les han contado que no sé si era tu abuelo o tu padre luchó contra Orlais en la guerra que hubo porque hubo una... ¿Cómo se llama esto? Un usurpador y tuvieron que echarlos a las patadas. Vale, ¿está tu familia aquí? Arhow. Los Ars son como los condes. Bueno, son como un poquito más
They
que
do
condes.
send their best wishes. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
Vale. Vale, se piensa... Bueno, me pienso, Paquito Cousland se está pensando de que quieren casar a Delilah con él.
As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, make her bless his heart.
Temperament
Importante
to match his fighting
Que
skill.
Paquito
Well
es el
done,
hermano
your
pequeño.
lordship.
Hay uno
At
más
any rate,
grande.
Pup, I summoned you for a
Así que no
reason.
va a ir a una puta
While your
mierda.
brother and I are
Así de
both
claro.
away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Vale, han dicho que el hermano y el padre y este pavo de aquí se van a ir a la guerra contra los ejércitos tenebrosos que están en el sur. Y yo me voy a quedar pringando aquí en el castillo para protegerla. Lo haré lo mejor que pueda, padre. Voy a hacer un poco así, niñato.
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
Vale, que mi madre no me deja. Vale, voy a bajarlo un poco. No podemos ir a matar engendros tenebrosos porque mamá no nos deja, básicamente. Ha dicho, "Ah, si te vas, tu madre me matará." Y digo, ¿sí? Pues toma. No es una
Now,
broma,
don't make
padre.
me choose between fighting you or the Tairna. Your mother is the one I'm frightened of. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region.
No es
You
una
know what they
puñetera
say
broma.
about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Ya bien aparece el mejor personaje del
It is
juego.
an honor to be a
Duncan.
guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Duncan
Your
Donut.
lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Que hay que ser de los guardias grises. ¿Alguna razón por la que deba importarme a mí?
Maker's breath, mind your manners.
I take no offense. The Grey Wardens are not what we once were.
I'll not have the
Escucha
Wardens
mejor el
spoken ill
juego.
of in my household. Without them, the Darkspawn would have killed us all in the first blight. You are the only reason men still live in Thedas. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Ahora mejor. Duncan, que si quiero hacerme un guardia gris. Y le voy a decir, obviamente, que no tengo menor interés en unirme a los guardias grises porque, ¿para qué?
Well,
Yo
Duncan,
lo que quiero es cepillarme a la
he's not
hija
interested.
del Dark Hogwarts.
So unless you intend to invoke the right of
No
conscription,
Dark.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
No sé qué ha dicho, pues no estaba atento, porque está mirando el este, pero no creo que para eso necesite estar aquí. Vale, voy a ser un
Yes,
gilipollas.
you do. Duncan is an honored guest, and it's your duty to make him welcome here. Is that clear?
Vale, que
In
es
the
un-
meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to
Es
lead
un
the
invitado
troops
de
to
honor y
Ostagar ahead of me.
que si dice que se la chupe, se la chupo.
We'll talk before I leave tomorrow. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Vale, hostia. Claro, nunca había jugado... Qué poco intuitivo, en verdad. Aunque luego me acostumbraré a esto. Y el 2 va a ser una puta mierda jugarlo en el PC. A ver. Un momentito. Con subtítulos. Vamos a ver qué cuenta Duncan.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Earl and myself alone.
Venga, va, te
Until
dejo.
we speak again.
¿Qué pasa, papá?
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked? Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew. When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry.
El rey es un flipao.
You shouldn't
El
see him any
rey
problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here.
es un poco
in case.
tontico.
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must
Los
prepare for the
ajenos tenebrosos
worst.
por donde pasan normalmente no crece otra vez la hierba. Bueno, sí que crece porque ha vuelto a crecer, pero ya me entendéis.
I trust you to do what is best. And don't be afraid to ask your mother's advice. She's Ferelden-born, strong, just as you are.
Pues si
But
está
let's
fuerte
not
es mi madre,
speak
que
of
se quede
ominous
ella aquí y yo me
things.
voy contigo.
We shall
O que se
assume that
vaya
all
ella y
will
tú te
go
quedas
well,
aquí.
and the Maker will watch over us.
Venga,
I'll
vale.
talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
El arjo este... ¿Dónde está tu hija?
Yes?
Vale, directamente. ¿Tu hija está interesada en mí?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations. Perhaps. Delilah is no longer of the age where I can direct her tastes. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
Teniendo un bastardo y ya está. Ya veremos. No te hagas demasiadas ilusiones.
Your father's permissiveness has made you willful, indeed. It may not always serve you so well. We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden.
Maric es el padre de
times.
reactuar.
The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
¿Conociste al rey Maric?
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
No, la verdad es que no.
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship, as per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Bueno, no opines tanto.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
Porque es como si nos fueras a traicionar a todos. Oh, espera. Oh, espera. ¿Y si no, que vas a matarnos a todos? A ver, ¿qué hay aquí?
Good evening, my lord.
Salón principal, la capilla. Voy a despensa a ver qué hay, o a la cocina. Epa. No me acuerdo dónde estaba mi perro. Yo tengo un perro. En este inicio tienes un perro, ya te... Mirad, la esclavitud. Todos los... ¿Por qué los elfos son negros aquí? Todos los esclavos son elfos. ¿Por qué algo habrán hecho? No soy mi amigo de los elfos, la verdad. Me causan bastante tirria. Hola. Me he perdido. Espera que me voy.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Durán Perro es... Sí, Durán Perro es. Yo también te saludo, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
¿Quién es Nan? Ah. Vale, el perro se ha vuelto a meter en la
No matter
cocina.
how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Pero estúpido me obliga a ser malo. Vale, mi perro nunca mordería a nadie.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Venga, va.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Es mi castillo, sé dónde se tiene que ir. Gracias, imbécil. ¿A qué me sigues?
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But, mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
¿Cómo que perro mestizo? Eso es pura raza. Uy.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh, dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
Calla, elfa.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Vale, que el inventario es ahí. Y yo puedo que desequipar. Puedo ir en calzones. Cataplasma. Lo pongo. Hostia, ¿aquí qué número era? Cataplasma lo voy a poner en el 1. Y no sé si tengo... No, todavía no tengo nada. A ver, quita. Nana. Mira, gran perro.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Qué feo que es el hijo de puta.
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits. He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Durán perro. Vale. Ahora hay que matar junto con Durán perro. Bueno, son ratas, tampoco hay que hacer en plan...
We must fight. Let us do it quickly. It's a fine thing we've done.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather
Bienvenidos
used
a
to
Dragon
tell.
Age, donde te
Your
matas a
hound must have
5
chased them in through their holes.
ratas.
Looks like
y
he wasn't
acabas
raiding
lleno
the
de
larder
sangre.
after all.
Eran ratas realmente grandes.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Arl's men.
Sí, a mí me deja aquí todo el estropicio. Bien hecho, Durán perro. ¿Eh? Esto es... Claro, que tengo la versión Ultimate esta. Raíz élfica...
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
La verdad es que está defendiendo la defensa de las ratas, que es verdad. Unas ratas enormes, que es muy verdad.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will.
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
Demasiado bien nos tratamos entonces y tienen miedo a las ratas. Mi fiel sabueso de guerra se ha asegurado de que no hubiera peligro.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
No sé exactamente cuál es mi trabajo, pero bueno.
Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
Tengo un poco
And
de...
me, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
¿Has conseguido la posibilidad de aceptarlos?
Oh, there's no need for that. Don't think I don't see you there, Kath.
She's got eyes in the back of her head, she does.
Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is. And don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lord? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Vale, con esos
To be
años sí.
truly good is doing right by others even when it doesn't suit you. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you, The Dog That Bit? Yes, this again. You remember how it begins?
Eras una vez un perro que mordió a alguien.
You'd think I hadn't told you this tale 1,000 times. Before our fathers' fathers came down from the mountains, a warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son. The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Este siguiente voy a buscar un trago.
No, you won't. The tale's nearly through. You stay right here. When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
Vale, señora, ¿qué me estás diciendo
The
usted?
chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn
pobre perro,
Hahaku
en verdad,
apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
El que no se coge se deja. Eh, eh, eh.
True. Hahaku thought nothing of abusing the tribe and their dogs, but their complaints showed the chief he could not be trusted. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
¿No estarás comparando a mi Mabari con Hokaku?
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
¿Estás insinuando que voy a matar a mi hermano para hacerme heredero? Pues estás insinuando, posiblemente tengas razón.
I shall do it.
A ver, a ver... Por aquí hay alguien.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquess who gave it to him
Vaya,
was
vaya,
drunk,
la
I
hija
understand,
de
and mistook
Joe
Bryce for the
Weste.
king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
A Nancy a Nancy le ha estallado la cabeza y mi sobrino se la ha comido
Well, at least one of us will have had a decent dinner. Perhaps your hound left something I can feed my guests. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Sí, estás
I'm so
borracha.
proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
Va,
And this is my lady in
eres buena
waiting.
gente.
Iona, do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Pero, ¿y la otra?
Lady Landra.
Ah, vale, pensaba
Hush,
que no
Landra.
aparecía.
You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Vale. Pues como no está la hija del otro, pues...
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
A ver, mamá.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance. For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
Temo que socavar mi autoridad. Vete ya.
Delightful. Then there's no argument.
Vale, es que hay guardia gris en el
Yes,
castillo.
your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Ni de coña.
Keep it that way. You've enough to do here at the castle without chasing Darkspawn.
¿Dónde está Fergus?
If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
Pero si está follando, quiero ir a verle.
I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
¿Y si se mueren?
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can.
Vale, tengo mal
As do
presentimiento.
I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight and Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me, but it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty and we have ours.
Vale, Deu.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
Sabes que estás muerta, ¿verdad?
Go do what you
Bueno, me
must
te van a
then.
matar, que si no...
I will see you soon.
A ver, a ver... ¿Dónde está? Vale, aquí está Fergus. Habitación de Fergus. Mi habitación. Vale, pero aquí hay... una importante misión secundaria. Duran perra ataca. Esa es la cocina, ¿no? Sí.
It has begun.
Vale.
Good evening, my lord.
Fua, tú no, tú eres muy pesado, lo siento, ¿eh? Señor.
Oh, my lord, we were just,
Incumpliendo vuestro deber.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here. I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Vale, seguid jugando.
My lord is very kind to show us such lenience.
Total. Ataca, Durán. Cerrado. Que sepas que los soldados están jugando a las cartas, ¿eh? Y seguramente metiéndose rayas de coca. Tú mismo.
As you say.
Que se les han caído.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all!
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
No soy muy católico, la verdad.
Would it not make you feel better?
No. Ya te he dicho que no creo en el hacedor.
I prayed that the danger your brother and father face might change your mind. It saddens me that you will walk alone in this world and the hereafter by your choice of blindness. But I will bother you no further. I must yet administer to soldiers who will appreciate it. Excuse me.
Oye, tú no empujes, que te reviento. Que soy tu señor. Y cuando quieras que me den una daga o algo, porque... voy solamente con una espada. Aquí hemos ido antes y no había... joder. No había nada. ¿Dónde está la petada esta? Atrio, biblioteca. Pues no sé, la verdad.
Good evening, my lord.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Vale, vale, vale.
I will see you soon.
Creo que está en tu habitación. No, pero está en mi habitación cuando le digo que venga a mi habitación. Si no le digo que venga, no hay habitación que valga. Y no quiero ser virgen y casto una vez maten a mi familia. Digo, no sé qué va a pasar. Ahora viene una escena de los problemas crecen, de veras.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Me dais náuseas.
When there's a woman in your life, you'll understand.
Nunca he tenido problemas con menos de 3.
Bold words, little brother. I mean a real woman, not a turn in the straw.
Fergus, language!
You like to play in the stable too, Uncle? I like to hide in the hay.
Don't you listen to this. If I catch you with your clothes full of straw again, I'll send you to Mother Malone.
But Mama, she talks forever.
Vale, ojalá pudiera
I wish you could
acompañarte.
come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
Vale, te
If
echaré de
it's any
menos.
consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
A lo mejor calienta a tu mujer. Vale, que te
Then the
vayas.
Jarl's
sí.
men are
Vale.
delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all.
He dicho en
Watch
escudo.
over our sons,
No me metas
husbands
cátedra
and
aquí.
fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Rice, maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
Bueno,
It's true. They should be sending her, not me.
Lo
She
que he
would
dicho yo al
scold those
principio.
darkspawn back into the deep roads.
Well, I'm glad you find this so funny.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
vale. A ver, tú niño, te voy a explicar lo que es una zorra. Es la mujer del
Mama
zorro.
says you're going to be watching over us while Papa is gone. Is that true, Uncle? What if the castle is attacked? Will there be dragons?
Obvio.
Dragons are terrible creatures, Oren. They eat people.
Yeah, I want to see one.
This is your influence, Fergus.
What? I didn't say anything.
Are you going to teach me to use a sword, Uncle? Then I can fight evil too. Take that, dire bunny. All darkspawn, fear my sword of truthiness.
Venga, va, te voy a enseñar.
Fergus, there are times your family causes me great pain.
Now, mind your mother, Oren.
I never get to do anything.
Don't worry, son. You'll get to see a sword up close real soon, I promise.
Vale. Hablo con el niño.
If you should need any assistance in the coming days, I would be glad to offer it.
Vale. Señora,
Let's do as your
está su
father says,
esposo
darling.
delante.
I will see
You should be on your way, pup. Long day ahead tomorrow.
Venga, pues
I know that you'll do me proud. You've grown into a fine lad. That much is clear.
Getting sent to bed early, are we? A warm bed doesn't sound so bad now, come to think of it. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
A ver. Es que no quiero irme todavía al cuarto. Ya verás, como no me puedo tirar ni al chaval ni a la Yona esta. Ya está, no, Paquito el Virgen. Van a matar a toda su familia y no mojar churro. Es que, ¿dónde estaban? No me acuerdo dónde estaban. No me acuerdo dónde estaban. Bueno, ya tarde, o sea, ya es canon. Mataron a toda su familia y estaba con su perro. Ataca a Durán.
My lord, help me! The castle is under attack!
Vale, es canon que voy en calzoncillos. A la yugular.
It has begun.
Dale, dale.
Back!
Revíntale la boca. Durán perro. Al arquero.
Away with you!
Mira cómo corre. Espérate. Ahora. Durán perro, yo me encargo del arquero.
Shall be done.
Come, let's end this.
Durán perro aquí.
Quickly, we must fight.
Vale.
We must gain the
Darling.
advantage.
I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Porque has salido con una armadura de tu cuarto.
Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men. Why would they attack us? You don't think Howl's men were delayed? On purpose?
Hombre, pues parece que sí.
I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father?
Hombre,
He
aquí...
never came to bed.
Es que somos vascos. No ha venido a la cama. ¿Por qué estabas en la armadura esperando a mi padre en la cama? No quiero saberlo. Puede que ya esté muerto, normal.
No, I won't believe that. We must find him.
Vale, tú te quedas aquí.
And trust his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first? Let's check on them quickly. Then we'll look for Bryce downstairs.
Mira, ¿puedo subir de nivel ya? Perfecto. La destreza... Mira, voy a subir... Y en astucia... En constitución. Un talento. ¿Qué va a ser esta? Espérate. El perro va a ser tanque, o sea... Bueno, digo, el perro va a ser tanque y le subo la fuerza. Lo que... No, talentos... No, aquí está. Resistencia al fuego... Porque tiene... Vale, bien, bien. Espada larga. Y dirá, ¿por qué no te pones...? Pues, ¿por qué no? Pero... Ah, vale, mierda, soy tonto. Soy tontísimo. Cojo todo. Cojo todo, espérate. ¿Me haces una mano? Sí. Requiero de fuerza. Tengo... Vale, es que todavía no tengo... No se puede poner puñal aún. Porque no tengo fuerza en la manita. Ando como escocido.
It shall be done.
¡Hurra!
No!
¿Me enseñarás a pelear?
Little
Ethan?
Aura.
Sí. A pelear contra la
What
vida.
manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
Se lo haré pagar.
How is not even taking hostages? He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor Fergus. Let's go. I don't want to see this.
Vale, vete, madre, que voy a saquear a mi sobrino y a mi cuñada. No tienen nada de valor, pues para ser nobles tampoco... Vale, tú, señora, ¿qué tienes? Vale, Durán Perro ataca. No tiene esta mujer... La podría... Uy, va. La podría poner con arco, pero... No. Total. Ay, qué hijo de puta. Mata a este.
Where's everyone else? You down!
No me acordaba que mi madre estaba... Ah. Vaya. Bueno, no pasa nada.
We must go downstairs and find out what's happening.
Ahora tiene herida. Porque en este juego hicieron bien el tema de...
Dear Landra, I'm so sorry.
Yo sí
If
que
she
lo
hadn't
siento.
come to me, if she hadn't been here.
Oye, madre, nos hemos sido un poco francesa, ¿no? Hombre, chavales, no. De Onlais tenía que ser. Todo el puto mundo aquí es Onlais. Estamos en la Inglaterra de este mundo.
Can you hear the fighting? Howe's men must be everywhere.
Quédate aquí.
My only grandchild is a ravaged corpse. What do I care about danger? The front gates. That's where your father must be. Listen, darling. We haven't much time. If we can't find your father, you must get out of here alive. Without you and Fergus, the entire Kusen line dies here. If Howe's men are inside, they must already control the
Acabas
castle.
de decir que no te
With
importa
you,
una
the
mierda
servants
nada
entering the
porque han
larder to
matado a tu
escape. Do
nieto.
you hear me?
Porque me iba a importar a mí.
Then survive, and visit vengeance upon him.
Vale. Te lo compro.
I shall do it.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
¿Cómo que tú te largas? ¿No ves? Pues es importante tener persuasión.
Yes, my lord! Here they come!
perfecto. A ver, mamáquita. De cuero, creo que ya tengo la misma, pero bueno, es para vender, o sea que... El carrito de Julian, madre mía, que sigue vivo el pavo. Ha caído toda mi puta guardia personal y Julian está de tranquis. Como si nada, en plan de... Bueno... ¿Y después de dónde vamos?
I shall do it. Very well.
¿No tendría que estar salvando a mi padre? Sí, tendría, pero... Hay dinero en el suelo.
You will be avenged, old sage.
Perdón por no hablar contigo por ser un pesado, pero es que eres muy pesado y eso sí que me acordaba. Ahora me dan oros. No, aquí no. A ver. Hostia. Ahora con magos y todo.
Allá.
Hostia, hostia, hostia. Seguirmos. ¿Dónde está Julián? Guardia, guardia. Aquí está. No, este no es. No me digas que has caído ya. No puede ser, Julián ha caído. La leyenda ha muerto.
Have you no concern for your own existence?
Yo creo que está aquí, que creo que está... Es el mismo, porque si no, no me lo explico. No sé si es el mismo, pero vamos a pensar que sí, ¿vale? Míralo, está a tope de vida. Creo que es el mismo. Está a tope de vida y Sir Gilmore está a punto de fenecer. Julián no ha muerto trascendido. Seguramente sí. Pero es uno. Es uno con el
Man the
ET.
gates! Keep those bastards out as long as you can! Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
Hombre, un poco han entrado, ¿eh?
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe it. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realised what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
No, te ayudará a defender las puertas.
They won't hold. It will only delay the inevitable. Please, go while you have the chance. When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Pero... de tranquis. Mira, es que está aquí, hijo de puta. Ayuda menos a aguantar la puerta, ¿no? Pero señor, solamente siempre sí, es verdad. Suficiente estás haciendo ya. Es un puto semidios, pero... Ahora, ¿me dejáis farmear un poquito más?
Did
Es
you not
que...
hear, Sir Gilmore? We must go while we can.
Madre, espera. Es que muy mal educada. Dejadme un poquito más de tiempo, ¿vale?
Give the Terran time to escape.
Por eso que aguantéis. Mira, Julián, está justo detrás. Dale. Es un bug porque puede que la vida sin cura.
Tis begun.
Pero yo no recuerdo que me acompañara tanto, ¿eh?
We must get out. They're slaughtering everyone.
Make her help us all. We're gonna die.
Señores, que... Es decir, a vosotros solamente os van a violar y a tratar de esclavos, que al fin y al cabo es vuestro pan de cada día. Vale, perro, gruñe. Madre, gruñe. Julián, gruñe.
For my own. More than full thing.
I do not fear death. I have nothing else to lose.
Nada por aquí. Epa. Es que míralo. Es que mira, no le tiene miedo al fuego. Es un grande. A ver. Están matando a toda mi familia, pero yo voy a sacar el mapa y a ver dónde estoy. Mira, por ahí se va. Hijo, tenemos que escapar. Es que quiero hacer una side quest. Hostia.
Yes.
If we must fight, let us do it quickly.
Que todo del martillo. No me acordaba de que era un gran
Blast it. There you come here. I do not fear. I have nothing else to lose.
Se cura es el mismo siempre.
It shall be done.
Anillo esmeralda. Dios mío, es una puta rata. Mi madre está medio muerta. No la pienso curar porque... A ver si hay algo por aquí. Más gente muerta. esto. Durante las peleas se te oye flojo. Vale. Claro, es que son las peleas, pero después se oye bien, ¿no? A ver, un momentito. Vamos a ver si se escucha un poco mejor durante las peleas. Se ha ido el juego, no. ¿Han matado a los elfos? Que eran mis elfos. Hostia, que era mi nana. Y ahora yo con quién me meto. Aquí está. Oh, vaya mierda. Padre, ¿qué hacía usted en la despensa? ¿Te imaginas que dice que la ha matado una rata?
Bryce!
Wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding!
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there. You can't get away with this. The king will...
No te fíes tú mucho de
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Arriba.
My boy. If only Will could make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
Importante cobrarse venganza.
Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Turn is correct. Howe's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My youngest son helped me get here. Maker be praised.
I am not surprised.
Duncan, no me mires con esos ojos. Gracias por salvar a mi padre.
I fear your thanks are premature. I doubt I have saved him.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me. But I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship. But I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
¿Se quieren llevar al perro?
You fought your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Howe. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us. We will inform the king, and he will punish Howe. I am sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Howe thinks he'll use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, Bub. See that justice is done. Our family
me enviáis
always does our duty
mensajes
first. The
contradictorios.
Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
Que no.
Then I have no choice. I hereby invoke the right of conscription and recruit you into the Grey Wardens despite your objection.
I'm sorry, Pup, but it's better this way.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Eso del
Our
llamamiento
son
te has
will not
inventado
die
tú
of
ahora,
Hal's
Duncan, o sea,
treachery.
no me
He will
jodas.
live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
Que no.
My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, Pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Y vosotros diréis, ¿ya se ha acabado el tutorial? No. Ese es el origen. Y ahora viene el origen del origen. Donde aparece el mejor personaje de la saga, que es Alistair. Un real bastardo.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds.
Mic off.
The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
Mic on.
King Kaelin, I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Sí, Majestad, me llamo Paquito.
Your brother has already arrived with High Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
Creo que vas a esperar bastante.
Oh? Well, nothing's happened to Bryce, I hope. Has he fallen ill?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
¿Qué clase de justicia?
He will hang. I know that will not bring your family back, but Howe will not profit from this.
Mic
no
off.
doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
Mic on.
La verdad es que no sé si se lo para la noticia.
Of that, I have no doubt. You will see him again once the battle is over, I am certain. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Paquito. ¿Qué sabréis vos sobre mi pesar? Y va a dar el 2.
Your Majesty, I apologize.
Don't worry, Duncan. You must both be eager to reach your tents. Have you any news before I go?
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Pues al oírlo parece que la reina está a punto de acabarse.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Hasta luego. Lo que he dicho, un capullo.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
A pesar de lo cual, no puedes estar demasiado tranquilo.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
¿Por qué no? Si tienen miedo estima a los guardias grises.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
Vale, ¿me haréis una fiesta?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Vale. Tengo que encontrar a Fergus.
You heard what the king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient. He will return.
¿Qué le digo? Pues que soy el único recluta que tienes.
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
¿Y por qué tanto secretismo con el ritual?
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Es una prank, la iniciación. Te vendan los ojos y te empujan. ¿Qué necesitas que haga?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready,
Oye,
seek
¿no
him
tenía el
out and
perro
tell him
aquí?
it's time
Ah,
to
mira, sí,
summon the
está,
other
está.
recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
¿Durán Perro se considera un guardia gris si yo me hago guardia gris? No te cuelgues. Venga. Pues nada, ha decidido cerrarse. Espera que lo abro. Eso es lo que pasa cuando juegas a juegos tope viejos. Pero si pasará la iniciación, es un guardia gris, aunque sea un perro. No pot ser. pot ser. ¿Se me escucha bien ahora? ¿O muy alto la música? Espera. Vale, voy a poner la música más baja. Pues es una putada bastante gorda. Mira, voy a jugar hasta... Es que no me acuerdo ya ni dónde estoy.
Make a guide, my
¿Qué va
How will pay for what he's done? Die, fiend!
It's a fine thing we've done.
Eso es como si estuviera soñando. En plan de, ¿qué va a pasar? No,
Enemies approaching. When you run.
There is no glory in bloodshed.
Fua, qué putada.
Get him.
I do not fear death. I have nothing else to lose.
Ir pegando, sí. Ahora voy. La 1:10, bueno, hay tiempo. Y estaré hasta las 3. Claro, pero es que quería petarme.
It's a fine thing we've done.
If that is what you wish.
Quería petarme Ostagar. Bueno, Ostagar. ¿Es Ostagar? Digamos que sí que es Ostagar. Quería petarme Ostagar y ya dejarlo para poder jugar bien. Ataca. A ver si puedo petarme el Ostagar. Y si no, pues ya mañana. Vale.
Die, you fiend!
No quarter shall be given.
You can kill them all
More
myself.
than fool day.
How dare you! Get out of my way!
¿Y dónde está Julián?
Blast.
Vale, esto como se ha petado no es canon, entonces que Julián nunca ha muerto. Julián ha abierto una tienda, iba a decir una tienda de porros, una tienda de churros cerca de la capital y ya está. Y están todos contentísimos. Papa,
Owl's men found me first.
Voy a matar a Hope.
I won't.
Arriba, vámonos, venga, va.
Someone must reach Fergus.
Y cobrarme venganza.
Bryce, no.
I am not surprised.
¿Puedo hacer algo con respecto a todo? No puedo, pues soy imparcial.
What is happening?
I understand.
¿Cómo? No, me niego.
Then I offer you a place within
Me niego, no mire.
Our family always does our duty.
No lo haré.
We must.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every
No
bug.
dejaré que te sacrifiques. Vale, pues ya estamos. Ahora...
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times.
Venga, va, sí, muy bien.
No
Mira
need,
qué rubio
Duncan.
soy.
You are Bryce's.
Vale, me llamo
Your brother
Paquito.
has already
Ok, buen
arrived with
nombre.
High-Ever's men. But we
No
are
ha venido, está muerto.
dead?
Sí.
As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Hal.
Gracias, colega.
No doubt
Venga,
you
va.
wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men...
¿Cuándo volverá?
I apologize,
¿Cuándo volverá?
but there's nothing more I can do.
¿Qué sabrás
Your
tú de lo que
Majesty.
me pasa?
Don't worry, Duncan. You must... Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory.
Ahora iros
We've
que es una
not
ruina.
even...
Es una
Disappoint.
ruina.
I'd hope... I must go before Logan...
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victories...
Vale, nos damos
yes,
prisa.
we should proceed.
¿Qué quieres que haga?
Your hound...
Vale, ahora está guardado. Por si acaso, voy a guardarlo yo manualmente. Vale, Durán Perro, no te vayas. Qué hijo de puta, Durán Perro, se ha ido sin mí. 3-3 a 20. Y voy a subir un poquito de astucia, aunque voluntad era la defensa mágica, ¿verdad? Voy a subir un poquito, aunque también me tendría que subir voluntad. Estoy bastante en principio del juego, o sea que... No ve, requiere 12 de astucia. Vale, pues voluntad nada. Me pongo astucia. Y a saco. ¿Esto cuánto hace falta? 14 y 16, vale. No es difícil. Que tenga 16 de astucia para mí es suficiente. Herbología para hacer... pociones. Bueno, esto también sería interesante, pero también es 16, como mucho. Vale. Golpe con 2 armas. Durán.
The Grey Warden tent is across the bridge. Find me there if you wish.
Menuda lanza, colega. Nada, nada, pues yo en el puente. He pasado el texto rápido.
You must be the Grey Warden recruit the
Voy a tomar
Duncan
por
brought.
saco. Ahora voy a empezar a farmear por aquí por el campamento. A ver qué veo. Guardia del Rey.
Greetings. King Caelan is not in his tent right now.
Háblame del Rey. Imagino que lo verás mucho.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
¿Cómo quieres que lo sepa?
I thought Grey Wardens knew all about the Darkspawn. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
¿Por qué? Por la reina.
She's the Teyrn's daughter.
No
He
me
wasn't happy
imaginaba.
about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Debo.
As you wish.
Guardia de Loghain.
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Hablar con Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Marek rewarded him by making him a Tern. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Logain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
¿Está dentro del tail? ¿Qué está haciendo?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
¿Se está haciendo un pajote? Venga, enséñamelo.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Qué fácil. Este va a acabar en la pica.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Sí, así es.
Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
Una fascinación que no compartís.
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet?
Mi padre era el Thair de Pináculo.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
No lo sé.
If Kaelin has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
A mí me parece un necio, Rey. A ti no sé qué te parece.
He is Marek's son and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Qué picao, ¿no? Como se folla a tu hija. Que se folla a tu hija. Hey, Duncan.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
No, estoy bien.
Do not wait too long before seeking out Alistair. As I said earlier, we will need to begin preparations for the joining before nightfall.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
If you have business with the Ash Warriors, I suggest you speak to our commander.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tern, I hope.
¿Le hablas así a todo el mundo?
If I feel like it. If you're not from the Tern, what do you want? We're busy.
¿Puedo preguntarte algo?
Make it quick.
Porque habéis tintado vuestros
They
perros.
use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Cadiz, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
¿Y si los enemigos se pintan también con el Cádiz?
Why? Would you steal our Cadiz and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Quizá. Si me dieran una buena recompensa, ¿por qué no?
We would kill you if you tried. Even if you succeeded, the monsters would only offer death as your reward.
¿Para qué lo estáis preparando?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Vale, claro.
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal.
Es lo que decía antes, que
Those who
se transforma
survive grow immune to its effects.
en
The
Darkspawn,
wardens say
en
that
tenebroso.
tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill. They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Venga, Deu.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
¿Dónde está el perro enfermito? Perro enfermo. Estaba por aquí la perrera, no sé dónde estaba.
It shall be done.
Aquí está, que está malito, me parece. Aquí, jefe de la perrera.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood.
Ah, vale, no puedo hacer la
It's
misión
terrible.
esta porque ya tengo un perro.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will
Ni me
have
importa.
served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before
Una
the maker in the
wine.
land beyond the fade.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Soy Paquito.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
No será la suerte, sino la habilidad la que los salve.
And I'm sure you have plenty of that to offer. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
¿Sabes mucho sobre los ingenios tenebrosos?
Some. Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example?
Pues no.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade.
¿Te acuerdas de esta vieja,
It's
no,
home to
Adri?
many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
No ves la ciudad negra, lo decía bien antes.
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That
Pero no
taint
importa que lo dijera bien
transformed
antes
those
porque
men,
no se grabó,
turning
porque
them
no se
into
escuchaba.
twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
La capilla dice muchas cosas.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Me acuerdo de Bici de que te explica cosas. Es reclutable esta. Está en la torre de los magos. ¿No tienes un consejo para mí, total? ¿No paras de hablar?
Advice? Never. You young ones know all there is to know about the world anyway. Why would you need advice from an elder? But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by
A
your
ver.
spilled blood. And if you
Aquí
go
están los
stand
magos.
beside the Maker, go without blessing. For you
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
¿Por qué no?
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
¿El velo?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not
Sí,
to be
esa peor
disturbed,
parte y te la vas a
not even
tragar
by Grey
porque
Wardens.
la pienso hacer. Pusieron una opción que era saltarse la parte del velo. Pero tal cual. A ver. Vale, como quieras me voy. O podría que... No, me voy.
Maker above.
Aquí, ¿qué más había?
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill? Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
¿Y tú quién eres? Ah, mira, ahí lo pone. ¿Y tú
The
quién
name's
eres?
Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along.
¿Y cómo se hace
I
eso
was
de
beginning
saltarse
to
el
think they
velo?
cooked this ritual up just for our
Estaba
benefit.
en las versiones nuevas, había una había un mod para saltárselo, no me acuerdo. Pero sé que había una forma de saltárselo. Yo aquí no me voy a saltar. Luego cuando mañana, cuando me levante eso de las 2, lo miraré. Sí, me da tiempo. ¿Qué sabes del ritual? ¿No crees que estás un poco paranoico? Sí, estás un poco paranoico.
That depends on what kind of life you've led. Me, I'm perfectly willing to accept that this joining is some kind of punishment. I happened to be sneaking around camp last
Pero es
night,
que es
see,
infame la
and I
parte
heard a
del
couple
velo.
of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
Es posible, ya veremos. No, mejor no hay bárbaros en el bosque.
Chasing barbarians, yes. Cannibals, and witches too. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
¿Qué tiene aterrador la espesura?
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch.
Hombre,
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
¿Estás aquí por la fuerza?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
¿Y tú? ¿Tú dónde estarás?
How do you do?
Pues bien. Qué borde. Intendente, dame una
Have you
espada.
seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Mentira si dijese que sí.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. Oh, I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Déjame ver lo que... ¿Quieres que te ayude a encontrar a la chica?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
Vale. Déjame ver qué tienes.
Let me know what you'd like.
Vale. No lo quiero. No lo quiero. Una daga así. No lo quiero porque está petado. Y voy a ir lo más legal que pueda. Esto no lo quiero. ¿Para qué? Y esto me lo voy a dejar. Cataplasmas. Pilla 4. Píllalo todo. Una mochila. Y la comida de perro. Ahora sí que voy. Lo que no sé, si tienes alguna preferencia en hacer las misiones de historia, dímela porque posiblemente lo primero que haga sea magos y me lo quite de encima. Aunque si hago primero magos va a ser difícil.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
¿Y a ti qué te pasa?
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No, en efecto.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
No tengo preferencia ninguna, la verdad, pues entonces ya veré cómo lo hago. Porque si hago enanos y magos es bastante difícil al principio. Primero dime por qué estás aquí dentro.
I'm a deserter, or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Y apuesto que eres tan inocente como un niño.
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
¿Me importa a mí?
You're a funny one. They won't listen to you no matter what you think. Not that I wouldn't mind you trying. You're a good sort. And it's not as if they're wrong. I probably would have deserted later. Just not when they caught me is all. Hope that doesn't spoil your opinion of me. I'm still hungry enough to eat my shoe.
No me ha dicho por qué no ha... por qué le dicen que ha desertado. Venga, a ver,
Just
¿qué
ask my
puedo
guard
hacer?
for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Vale, misiones... Epa. ¿Dónde están las misiones? ¿Con qué? Inventario, diario J, Journey. ¡Hostia! Lo primero que tengo que hacer es esto. Aunque... no sé si podré.
We're all going to die.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just
Dice que no
hanged
he
him.
desertado.
Put his head on a pike as an example.
Te da una llave, ¿para qué?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Porque ha desertado.
Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's
No estoy
going
de
to
acuerdo con
die
eso
and he's a
todo.
bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you.
Qué pérdida de tiempo estar aquí todo el día
I
custodiando.
can't just let him go, can I? The army will figure out what to do with him. Probably just waiting for someone important to make a decision. Then they'll hang him, I expect. And I can go and do something else.
De hecho, mantuve una conversación
Don't
con él.
expect it was an enlightening conversation.
No, la verdad es que no. Dice que no quiere
What a
desertar.
surprise. Another innocent prisoner. At any rate, it's not for me to say. He'll get his day to plead his case, or he won't. It's all the same to me.
Debo irme.
Sure. You've got better things to do than speaking to prisoners, I hope.
Hush, my dear. We'll only open your wounds if you continue.
¿Quién hay aquí? Intendente... A ver... Logain, liberaron.
Soldiers of Ferelden, sisters and we stand here on the eve of...
Que lo libere este dicho.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there
Hola,
something you
Pic.
needed?
Es que, hostia, es que... es que están de tino.
Oh, then... alright.
Vete a cagar.
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now.
¿Sé dónde está?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Vale.
As you wish. You approach the tent of Tairn Logain. State your business.
Es dentro del té que
He's
está haciendo.
inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Venga, va, tío.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Logain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
Debo
Very
ir.
well.
Qué tonto eres, Duncan.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slip.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of
¿Sois
them each time.
importantes? No.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Hello again. You need something now?
Solo pasaba a saludar.
Oh, alright. Nice to see you again. Hello again. You need something now?
De ti no. Venga,
Oh,
va, sal corriendo.
Then, all right.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just.
Lo cojo. Dios, no se puede salvar al desertor.
There are lots of darkspawn, different kinds.
Pero la pregunta es, ¿quiero salvar al desertor?
Our short friend here,
El tranquilo.
Welcome, young man.
¿Quién eres?
I am one of the tranquil, my friend.
Es que me acuerdo que
I
se
am of
podía,
the circle
pero
of
no me
Magi.
acuerdo cómo. Tampoco
But instead of
te daba una
casting
llave, como tú
spells
dices,
and
pero...
reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process,
No sé
but
si realmente valía la pena lo
invaluable.
que te daba.
Enchantment
Bueno, experiencia.
provides the circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
Hablas de una forma extraña, ¿por qué?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
No del todo.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse.
Lo
Thus,
puedes
I
matar
was
también y te
made
da la llave,
tranquil,
pues...
stripped of
Muertísimo.
emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Entonces quizá todos los magos deberían ser tranquilos.
You might feel differently were you a mage.
Pero como no lo soy... Habremos de otra cosa.
Of course. What may I assist you with?
Realmente nada.
Goodbye.
Vale, pues voy a matar al... O le doy comida, es que no sé qué hacer con él, es que... Tú, dale comida.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
¿Quieres comida?
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
Sí, dale la tuya.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
We're all going to die. So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Bueno, tampoco va a cambiar mucho.
Much obliged. You're a kind soul, you are. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you.
Bueno, la buena acción del día... Te van a matar igual, pero te he dado de comer. No tengo que sentirme culpable. A pesar de ser un privilegiado porque soy un noble. Mira, el tontornado Alistair.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way,
Alistair
fool.
es el mejor personaje de todos.
You know, One good thing about the
Le
Blight is how it
hacemos
brings
no,
people together.
le hacemos rey y lo hacemos borracho. Eres un hombre muy extraño.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
¿Eso te molestaría?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I
Pues
apologize.
lo siento mucho, pero rey... Bueno, ya veremos cómo va la partida. Si se lo merece, se convertirá en rey. Y tú debes ser Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Es un placer conocerte, me llamo Paquito.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
¿Tu madre cuenta?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
No tienes que acompañarme, ¿verdad?
Don't worry. I'll try not to embarrass you.
¿Y qué de los otros reclutas?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
He visto a David.
Right, that cut purse Duncan conscripted. Not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see the other one. Or I can track him down later.
¿Esa discusión de qué se trataba?
With the mage. The circle is here at the king's request, and the chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Es un cazador de magos.
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Tengo ganas de viajar contigo, puedes ser
You
mago.
do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Vale. O pulsa C trancada. Vale, guay. Alistair defensor. La verdad es que me da un... Vale. Sí, que sea defensor. Deseando ver a Morrigan. Yo también. La verdad es que sí. No sé cómo va a ser mi equipo en realidad, ¿eh? Morrigan seguro que entra. Wayne se va a quedar en el banquillo. Ogra de Duncan, espesuras Kokari. Tenía que haber un pavo que era así regordete, pero no sé si está ya en la hoguera. Mira, perro Durán.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her
Podría
in the
poner a
eye.
Leliana,
She
pero...
forced you to sass the maids, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing.
¿Te das cuenta de que si no recluto a
This is Sir
Liliana
Jory,
rompo el
a
juego?
knight from Redcliffe.
How'd you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Soy Paquito, encantado.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
¿Y la segunda?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been
Liliana
left
en este juego
behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls
no
if you can.
reclutarla. Pero es que resulta que si no la reclutas, luego no está en la no debería estar en la Inquisición. Y Dragon's 3 es Inquisition. Es decir, todo el tramo que hace, es decir, si ahora mismo no la recluto, entraría en conflicto con el demás juego. Y habría agujerazos de guión. ¿Y si no están allí?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
¿Y eso forma parte de la iniciación?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
Dragonite tiene un montón de errores de continuidad. Un montón. Sobre todo viniendo del 2. ¿Cómo encontraremos este archivo?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact.
Y el 4 va a
Alistair will
ser,
guide you
vamos,
to the
va a ser
area you need
jauja.
to search.
¿Qué clase de pergaminos son?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Encontrar el archivo y obtener 3 frascos. Vale, bien, parece fácil.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
¿Qué podría salir mal? Sangre infectada. No me... ¿Por qué no puedo quitar a este señor y poner el perro? Duncan, ¿me dejas llevar al perro y que se quede Dave contigo? O sea, hablando de vuestras cosas.
It shall be done. Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
No te petes. Vale, por si acaso. Por si acaso. Una rata. Todos al lobo. Realmente tú tendrías que ponerte un poco por aquí y atacar a este lobo. Vale, bien. Alistair, Paquito, hombre. Tiene que llamarse Mandingo Tales, pero...
Here, now we do battle. Yes.
Let us be victorious! Come, let us end this!
Right to the face.
Let's get some glory!
Shall be done.
Que me he dado cuenta de que puedo spamear el ataque este, de lo que quiera y más.
Down you go!
As you said.
Paquito, no teníamos que estar buscando los... que sí, los pergaminos, pero... hay que ser ecosostenible. En la ciudad spameado lobos aquí. Sí, de hecho los lobos creo que se estaban comiendo... bueno, no lo creo. Se estaban comiendo al... misionero Job. Una carta. Hobney la ha pasado un poco mal. A ver. O sea, aquí también hay un montón de misiones.
Over here.
Soldado moribundo.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Te llevaremos de vuelta.
If you just bandage me up, I can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
¿Qué dice Alistair? ¿Qué pasa el pack?
I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless.
Bueno, no soy un cobarde, pero un poco sí. Ahora es como un cobarde.
I am simply trying to stay alive. You do not see me fleeing, do you?
A bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few relish meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't.
No he dicho que me gustara.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
A ver, Alistair. Digo, Ser Jory, o como te llames. Vale, vale, venid, venid. Hostia. Menuda vergaza me han metido. Pelea sucia, no, tira. Tira con el arco. Qué petao. Bueno, pues nada.
Send me.
¿Tú dónde estás, amigo?
We must fight. Let us do it quickly. Right to the face. Missed.
Dame el 2,
Let's make this quick. It's begun. Now you fall.
Vale, cabeza. Frasco de sangre. Y seguimos. Mira que hay como... raíz mortal que no nos sirve de nada porque no tengo herbología.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostergar was asking about those.
tal vez sirva para algo.
It probably is. You want to be careful picking flowers around the wilds, mind you. They're as like to spit poison in your face as not. The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
No sé dónde estaría. Hostia, hostia, hostia. Corre, corre. A lo mejor el juego está un pelín alto. ¿La música o las voces y tal? Ahora mejor. Vale. Lo he bajado un poco desde el OBS. Si ves que es la música, dímelo y bajo la música.
It is good to finally have a moment to speak with you.
¿Qué estás haciendo, Ser Yori? Vale, voces y tal. Pues un momentito. Ser Yori. No sé el momento de hacer eso. Puto pervertido. A ver si así va mejor. Que la puede ser que me haya pasado y esté tope bajito. Sí, mira, de hecho yo lo escucho muy bajito. Lo que voy a hacer es subirlo un poquito de aquí. Los efectos subirlos. Y lo demás ya está, lo demás dejarlo un poquito bajito. Dime cómo se escucha ahora. Muy bien, Senjori, aunque seas un pervertido sexual. Te mereces una galleta de perro. La música no se oye casi, vale. A ver si ahora. ¿Dónde estaba? Una ardilla. No sé si era por aquí, la verdad. Sí. A ver, Alistair. ¿Ahora se escucha mejor? Hostia, hostia. La tontería de poner la música. Hostia, 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 estoy muerto. Esa era de prueba. Vale, voy a intervenir un poquito por aquí. Vale. Vamos a ir para el puente. Alistair. Barrito con escudo al emisario. Tú también vas a ver. Vas a meter una golpe con empuñadura de este. Vas a pegar a este porque no quiero que te mueras ya. Y pelea sucia al emisario. Vale, y ni puto caso, ¿no? El emisario está caído, bien. Vale, pega este. Tú siga lo tuyo y vosotros dos aquí al pícaro. Aquí. Alistar, todavía no. Seljoric, empuñadura. Vale, ahora sí, ahora lo hemos hecho bien. ¿A dónde vais? A ver, Alistair. ¿Por qué eres así? Bárrelo. Aquí hay. Vamos todos a por este. Ya todos en plan hermandad. Hacerle bullying a este. O sea, que vienen más, que vienen más. Pelea sucia aquí. Estás muertísimo, pero bueno. Tú lo has querido, en verdad. ¿Dónde estás? Estás aquí comiendo mierda. Y tu empuñadura. Vale, estoy fuera. Vale, también se ha ido fuera el otro. Bueno, yo puedo con todos. Venga. ¿Qué? ¿Os ha dolido? Es que si no fuera por mí, no sé qué haríais. Brazo aplastado. ¿Por qué no puedo? Si esto era para curar... Ah, vale, pues en pausa. A ti, como que no, me da igual. Vale, perfecto. Vaya. Alistair, ¿puedes dejar de morirte? Estamos aquí mirando cómo está el Ser Yorick este pegándose con el ingenio tenebroso y todos de tranquis. Pues ha quedado una tarde, ¿no? Sí, sí. Vale. Cogemos raíz eléctrica. Encuentra 3 frascos. ¿Y cuántos llevo? Vale. Guardando. Entonces vamos bien. Aquí está Morrigan. La waifu. No voy a Spectre Spanish Inquisition. Podéis venir, no pasa nada. Si queréis. Vale. Pega. Pega. Y pega. Vale, es el Yorick. No, pues nada, es el Yorick. Vale. Tú y tú. Aquí. Tú. Y tú. Pelea sucia, los tienes en cooldown. Pues aquí. Vale. Tiene el cooldown. Perfecto. No, Dave, tú... para allá. Que pareces tontito. Vale, ahora sí. Puedes pegar, no pasa nada. Vale, ya está. Perfecto. Viro de fragmíneos. La sangre del perro tenebroso esta. Dinero. No sé por qué tienen dinero los genos tenebrosos, pero bueno. Tampoco se lo voy a cuestionar. Ya aquí aparece la novia de todo el mundo. Porque si no quieres a Morrigan, no sé qué haces viviendo. Mírala.
Well, well. What have we here?
Eso digo yo.
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
¿No te puedo tirar caña directamente? ¿Intruso? ¿Y cómo es que esta espesura es tuya?
Because I know them as only one who owns them could. Can you claim the same? I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Cállate, anda,
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there, handsome lad. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. Let us
Le voy a decir mi nombre y se le van a caer las bragas. Me llamo Paquito, encantado de conocerte.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Entonces, ¿quién se los ha llevado?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
¿Es una broma?
If so, it seems the truthful rather than funny sort, no?
Great. She's a thieving, weird, talking, funny sort of witch.
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance.
Y también. Yo propongo que nos vayamos con ella.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Estás un poco descuidada, Fremet.
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will.
Fremen sabe, tiene spoilers de la
Do you possess a
historia.
different viewpoint, or do you believe as the others do?
Creo que estás loca y que eres un peligro. La primera Fremen, la verdadera Fremen, sí.
Is that all? Surely your mind stretches farther than these surroundings. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded witch of the wilds.
Es que no sé por qué hicieron a Fremen tan como la hicieron en el 2. Que la pueden rediseñar, sí, pero hostia, ponerle cuernos, por favor. Parece una drag queen.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
Ahora tengo que verme la serie de RuPaul porque he dicho
Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Es buena fuente, Fremet. Gracias por devolverlo.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for. Time for you to go, then. Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Pues ya estamos aquí. Me parece que me dará tiempo, ¿no? Acabar antes de las 3. No lo sé, voy a darle primero... al pavo de la perrera. Aquí tienes.
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds?
Obvio, claro,
Did you
para ti.
happen to see any white flowers? I don't know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it.
No hace falta recompensa.
You're very generous. Thank you for your help. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds today as I'd feared.
Vale, esto hecho. ¿Qué pasa, chiquitín?
So you return from the wilds. Have you been successful?
Ahora empieza lo guay. Sí, hemos tenido el vistazo.
I've had the circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
¿Y si cambio de idea?
Let me be very clear on that point. You are not volunteers. Whether you were conscripted or recruited, you were chosen because you are needed. There is no turning back now. You must gather your courage for what comes next.
Courage? How much danger are we in?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
¿Está diciendo que el ritual puede matarnos?
As with any darkspawn you might face in battle. You would not have been chosen, however, if I did not think you had a chance to survive.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Basta de paloteo, me estoy dando todo el cabeza.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Pues Pinacuro está en la mierda y tú no estabas. Estaba Julián defendiéndome. Así que te mereces morir. ¿Queréis que otra vez?
Yes, Sir Knight. Try not to wet your trousers until the ritual starts.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Está bien. Vamos allá.
We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that
Por si alguien ve similitudes con la Guardia de la Noche, es que se ha sacado de la Guardia de la Noche.
And that one day we shall join you.
Pero clarísimamente.
Davith, step forward.
Menuda copa, eso con el calimocho tiene que ser al menos 5 litros.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No. You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
Qué pelazo, tío.
It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths.
Imagínate despertarte y ver a dos pavos
In my joining,
mirándote así
only
con
one
esa
of
cara de
us died,
psicópata.
but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
El dolor ha sido increíble.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
¿Para qué?
The king is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Vale. Pues a subir de nivel, primero de todo. Vamos a subirnos por la fuerza y la voluntad. Es que la voluntad me suena un poquito el cipote ahora mismo. Podría subirme barrido. Voy a subirme esto. Y vale, aquí está. Ah, que tengo otro. Vale, réplica también. Y el perro. Perro a 20. Y 17. Gruñir. Fortaleza, gruñir. Carga. Carga. Vale. Hey, Duncan.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
Eres un poco
It is
racista,
not a
Loghain.
fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the young lord from High Ever I met earlier. I understand congratulations are in order.
La verdad es que no tenía elección.
I suppose none of us do. But every Grey Warden is needed.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
Si no es peligroso, puedo encargarme yo
No.
mismo.
It's best that you both go.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save
Tío,
them for the
cállate,
Darkspawn.
monja.
Enough. This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
¿Tienes una pinta de traicionarnos a todos? Que no hace falta ni que haya jugado al juego.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern-Logain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
Estoy de acuerdo con Alistair, aunque me cueste admitirlo.
That is not your choice. If King Cailan wishes Grey Wardens to ensure the beacon is lit, then Grey Wardens will be there. We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn. Exciting or no.
I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance to Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
No sé, podría ser una distracción demasiado grande.
Me shimmying down the Darkspawn line? Sure. We could kill them while they roll around laughing.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
Cuando debemos encender las almendras, madre mía, las almenaras. ¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
¿Y si aparece el archidemonio?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
Nos unimos después a la
Stay
pelea.
with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
Estoy con Alistair en esto. ¿En qué? En ponerte un vestido y bailar. Yo también estoy con él.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Porque me va a proteger el hacedor si tengo un perro. A ver. Vale. Vale, ya me acuerdo qué tenemos que hacer. ¿Dónde estaba? Está ahí. Ahora ya se viene. Vale, cinemática de todo petando.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The blight ends here.
Sí, claro, y se cobra el juego aquí también. ¿Cuál es el mejor juego de la saga para ti? Este. El Inquisición no está mal, porque no está mal, pero... este lo juego del tirón y no me canso. El Inquisitions me va a costar, vais a ver que me va a costar. El Dragon Age 2, si no fuera un refrito de sí mismo, estaría de puta madre, pero es que pasan 10 años en el juego y no pasa nada. Es un refrito de sí mismo. Y claro, y el Inquisitor en una condición del 2 adolece de eso. Es el mejor, el que más lore ha metido, porque es el primero, y lo desaprovechan un montón. Y la gente lo que quiere es el guardia gris y no se lo dan. Le dan cositas sueltas en plan de... Es que no nos atrevemos a meter el guardia gris otra vez. O mátalo ya. Lo que tienes que hacer es el final de la historia de este personaje, que antes eres tú, y matarlo y ya está. Y si es que es lo que la gente quiere, pues si no van a estar pidiéndote guardia gris hasta que la muerte los separe.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we
Y
have
este
to
es
get to the
superviviente de
beacon
Origins,
and light
claro,
it
porque tiene
ourselves.
10 años. Pero es el mejor. Es el mejor que tienen. Es como el Mass Effect. ¿El Mass Effect cuál es el mejor? Pues lo siento mucho, pero es el primero. Aunque digan que por el sistema es una mierda. Ah, vale, ya la como es importante, sí. Aunque digan que, por ejemplo, el Mass Effect es lo mismo. Aunque digan que es una mierda el primero, porque tiene muy poco de shooter. Es que lo bueno es eso, que tiene muy poco de shooter. Yo si quiero jugar un shooter, me cojo el Call of Duty y juego. O directamente juego al 2. Que entonces es un buen juego dentro de lo que cabe del Mass Effect, cabrón, y es un shooter básicamente. El Dragon Age 2 es un hack and slash y no es de los mejores, es bastante mierda. Como historia, ¿está mal el Dragon Age 2? No, para nada. Pero no sabieron bien qué querían hacer. Bueno, sí sabían lo que querían hacer, pero lo hicieron mal. Querían hacer un Shepard y les salió el tiro por la culata. Porque antes de hacer a Hawk ya tenían el guardia gris y no querían utilizar, pues mira, porque era muy difícil de llevar a la segunda parte. Pero como lo han llevado a la tercera parte, yo lo he visto bien. Han hecho eso de poder importar pimientos que tienes y ya está. Y que lo utilicen para el 4. Si está bien, eso está bien. Lo que no está bien son las partes muertas en el Inquisition. Y el Inquisition me va a costar mucho porque me lo he pasado hace... Bueno, que no me lo he llegado a pasar, pero hace muy poco que he jugado. Yo lo que recuerdo del 2 me gusta sobre todo a nivel estético. Y Hao me gusta como prota. Pero es mucho mejor el guardia gris. El guardia gris es mucho mejor porque eres tú. Así de claro. El guardia gris es un lienzo en blanco y luego tú le pones lo que quieras. Si quieres rolearlo bien, si no, también. Hao como personaje no es malo. También te gusta porque tú cogías al Hao gracioso como yo también lo cojo. Si no es un puto rancio. Es o un Recio o un Yoyika. Pero quitando eso, no es un mal juego. Lo que tiene es, estéticamente, es muy anime. Es muy vistoso. Tienes... No. Pues nada, aquí lo vamos a dejar. Porque se ha vuelto a cerrar. Y mañana me paso a estagar. Es que son ya son menos cuarto y se ha cerrado. Y seguimos hablando de cuál es mejor, si Hawk o el guardia gris, que es el guardia gris. Pues nada, hasta mañana. Hostia puta. Qué coitus interruptus ha sido esto. Pues cierro directo, ¿vale? Mañana más o menos sobre la misma hora estaré igual. Y seguimos. Adeu.